Hello. I should move over. Part of the fact I look like this, I just went to the gym and I am procrastinating showering. But I wanted, let me like back up. I wanted to, oh no, spoilers. There we go. I wanted to do a weekend reading, writing vlog because this weekend is Father's Day weekend. I usually would spend the weekend with my fiance and not have as much free time, I guess. But I'm staying here to spend it with my dad. Or we might be going somewhere. I don't know. We're hanging out with my dad. So I obviously will be doing stuff, but I just have more wiggle room to vlog. Not that my fiance wouldn't let me vlog. Anyway, I just decided this weekend that I wanted to do a vlog. So I have 4 books here, and then I have 2 on my phone from the library. I will not be finishing all of them. I have some immediate goals, and then just like, this might be the stuff I'm picking up. So on top here, I have Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. This is one of those books I put on that like self-destruct TBR video. It's just a book I've owned for a really long time and haven't read. And it's very short. So it's like a short YA contemporary. I'm on page 4. So I might pick this up this weekend. I also might pick up Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan just because I really need to read this. And I started it a while ago. I'm on page 50. So maybe that one. These 2 are more immediate. So I have Borrow My Heart by Casey West. I'm buddy reading this with my friend this weekend. It is literally so short. So I think my goal today is to get about 100 pages in. It's Friday, by the way, Friday. So I have a feeling she might binge it, but that's okay. I'm just going to try and get about 100 pages in, I think is my goal. Oh no, where's that ripped? Oh, that's weird. Page is like messed up. Didn't get cut right. Anyway, yeah, so I will be finishing this weekend for sure. And then my other immediate goal is that Self-Same Metal by Brittany Ann Williams. I'm about 90 pages into this one. This is a library book, and I just need to read it. I don't know how I feel about it so far. The writing is like not for me. I'm not vibing with the writing, but I'm going to keep going. I was looking forward to this. This came out this year, and I was really anticipating it, so I don't want to give up just yet. And I never do enough books, so I probably will finish it. So I'm also about 70% into Isle of the Gods by Amy Kaufman. That one's also mid. I feel like it's fine. It's just not very unique for the genre. Which, you know what, I will say, I don't think it's necessary to be unique in a genre, but I just feel like the characters aren't really standing out to me. I'd already say I'm like 70% through the one. That's the only one I really have a firm grasp of what it's about. I didn't say what any of these are about. This, I don't really know. This one, so far, the main character, Joan, is like part of Shakespeare's theater company. And there's like Faye, and she can control metal. And it's the way the story is being told is kind of confusing. So that's pretty much all I know. Borrow My Heart is about this girl who, like, the guy has like this girl he has a crush on online, but he's getting catfished or something. And then she also starts catfishing him on accident or something. I don't really know. I don't really like the liar revealed trope, like that she's going to be lying the whole time, but Casey West can usually do no wrong for me. She's my favorite YA contemporary author by a long shot. I've read everything she's ever written, and I'm hopeful she can do this well. Red Pyramid is Egyptian mythology, Rick Riordan's style, about 2 siblings. I've already read this. This would be a reread. And then Foolish Hearts, I don't remember. So I'll let you know if I get further into it. And then Isle of the Gods is like classic YA fantasy about it's about like 5 characters, which 2 of the POVs don't even need to be there. But we'll get into that when I finish. This is another one I'm hoping to finish this weekend. And it's about this prince and this sailor lady, and they're trying to get to this specific island in order to like make a sacrifice to make sure that a god stays asleep or something. I don't really know. I think part of it is my fault for listening to the audiobook. I'm kind of missing a few things. I don't know. It's not for me. I think Amy Kaufman's other stuff I read is much stronger, but I still want to finish it. I'll talk more about that when I finish it. And then I'm also reading Deathless by Catherine M. Valente with my little book club. And this is kind of like a Russian fairy tale book. Like, it's very strangely told. I think I'm like a quarter of the way through. And it's very broken up, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like we're kind of just reading scenes from this, like, the main character's life instead of, like, actually a narrative. So it's very strange. But kind of reminds me of Bear and the Nightingale, which is a book I read a few years ago, but I don't like it as much as Bear and the Nightingale, so we'll see. I also, for the second part of this vlog, is a writing vlog. So I will open my computer and show you. I am revising my book right now, which is very exciting. I turned it into my editor like 2 months ago, and she looked at it, and now I am taking her edits and revising. I'm trying to do that this summer. So don't look at any of this. Just look at this. You see, okay, these are all the chapters. I might have to like I'll put a picture over this so no spoilers will be happening. But my phone just turned do not disturb on. That's weird. Okay, I'll figure that out in a second. I'll put a picture over this, but this is what we need to be focusing on. Maybe I'll just zoom in. So we got my chapters. These are all the chapters I've already... Oh, my computer has crap on it. Oh, wait, that's my mouse. I'm losing it. So, these are the chapters I've already revised, and then these are all the chapters I need to revise. I think my goal is to revise this chapter, chapter 14, and then maybe a couple more. And then I also have another short story I'm working on that I need to do. So, those are my goals for this weekend. I will check in probably tonight with progress on this or the audiobook. So I'll talk to y'all later. And I'm hoping to also include some more fun stuff that I'm doing, not just reading and writing. So maybe like a montage or something. We'll see. Anyway, catch you later. Bye. Hello everyone. It is much later. Today ended up not really going as I had wanted. Hello. Work ended up being kind of weird, and I might end up having to work some this weekend, which stinks, but it's either work some this weekend or like scramble on Tuesday morning, so we'll see what I end up doing. It's like 10 o'clock now. See, 10 o'clock, hold on. 10:10, and I think I'm going to listen to my audiobook in color. I feel like that will be a good, relaxing thing. My sister came home from school, but she ended up coming home, so my whole family went out to dinner. That was really nice and needed. And I did end up reading half of Borrow My Heart by Casey West. Not that it was hard, because this book is so short. I don't know why it's so short, but I read half of it. So really enjoying this. I think I said what this was about, but I'll go into a little bit more detail. Essentially, this guy, he is like randomly in a coffee shop one day that she is also in, and she can overhear this conversation he's having with his friend, and he's supposed to meet his online girlfriend. And his friend is kind of like teasing him and being like, she's not real, you're getting catfished, like I'm going to make you look like such an idiot, basically. And she kind of swoops in and saves his butt and pretends to be the girl that he's getting catfished by. And usually I would hate that storyline, because I hate the like liar revealed, where like the whole story is based on a lie. But I don't know. Casey West is just so charming. I don't really give a shit. Like, I don't really care. I'm loving it. I'm having the time of my life. It's so cute. Her dialogue is always so cute to me. I'm having so much fun. My friend already finished it. She like binged it this morning, but I read this pretty quickly. I'm going to try and finish it tonight, even though it's already 10 o'clock, but I feel like I can do it, or very early tomorrow morning. And I thought I was 70% through my audiobook. I'm only 60. So that kind of sucks, but I'm going to sit here and color and hopefully get a good chunk into it. I'll show you what I color after. I'm just going to be doodling on this notebook, basically. So I'll show you that after. Anyway, I'm going to get to listening. I'm back. I doodled this doodle. I enjoy doodling. I also tried to draw some people but we're not gonna look at that. I listened to a good chunk of my audiobook. I got like 3 hours left on double speed, so that's like an hour and a half. So maybe I'll try and finish that tonight instead. I don't know. We'll see what I'm feeling. I think I might. I forgot to mention, I also need to beta read one of my friend's manuscripts. I'm like a third of the way in, but I'm so behind. Like, I should have finished it ages ago. So maybe I'll do that for a little bit and then keep reading. I don't know. We'll see where the rest of the night takes me. Good morning, everyone. It's like 11:24. I still haven't finished any books. But we're going to change it right now. I think I'm going to try and finish either this or the audiobook. But I quickly wanted to open this package I got. Another pre-order. Barnes & Noble did this like 25% off pre-order sale day or whatever a while ago. So I just pre-ordered all the books I would have bought anyway because I like to support my homies. I pre-ordered this. That came on time, and this one's late, so rude. So I pre-ordered Legends and Liars by Morgan Rhodes. This is the hold on, let me go get the first book. I'm not ready. The sequel to Echoes and Empires, which I read last year and really enjoyed. It's not quite, I didn't enjoy it quite as much as the Fallen Kingdom series, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. So now I have the sequel, and this is the final book. It's a duology. I feel like I don't remember some stuff that happened in here, even though I only read it a year ago, but these look so good. I'm happy. But I'm still super excited to jump into this. So, and I'm just glad that my girl Morgan is publishing again. I know she has another trilogy, I think, that is going to come out as well. So, yeah. These look so nice. These are like so solid. Anyway, I was considering also reading this weekend, but because this was a really fast read, but I don't know if that's happening with all the other crap that I'm trying to read. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that I got this. Yay. Cool. Hello, everyone. I just went to get coffee. If you're curious about my order, I spelled my name wrong. It's not focusing. Anyway, curious about my order. I got a grande iced latte with vanilla sweet cream, cold foam, blonde espresso. Did I say vanilla? Yeah, iced. I never get warm drinks. I only get this drink if I want to treat myself because it's $7, which is just deeply upsetting. Because of all the additions. But I'm also here to chat with you about the book I just finished, which is the Amy Kaufman one I was listening to. I finally finished it this morning. And my neighbor is coming out here with his dog. The man is oh, this is nice. The man's weeding now, so let's just go inside. Oh my God. Help! Okay, I'm back. I'm under this blankie with our rabbit on it. I was talking about the book I finished, Amy Kaufman, the Isle of the Gods one. I'll put a picture somewhere, I don't know. And I didn't like it. I'm just frustrated because I try and read a lot of, like new releases coming out by authors I've read from before, just books that I'm interested in. I try and, keep up with the times or whatever, stay relevant. And so that's kind of why I picked this one up. I was interested in the premise, and it was a new release, and I've read the Illuminae series by Amy Kaufman, or co-authored. Then I also read the Broken Stars one. Also co-authored by her. And now I'm like, girl, was it the other authors giving these like the pizzazz? Because this was not good. I am like really disappointed. Like, I wasn't expecting this book to be like my favorite book of the year or anything, but I was hoping, you always read books hoping to like them. And it was just not good. Like, at first I was like, okay, there's like a lot of classic young adult tropes going on here. Like, that's cool. And like, that's not even a diss. Like, tropes are so reused in creative media. I feel like, you got to, like, I wouldn't necessarily say that was a dig, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that there was just truly nothing original in this book. Nothing felt creative and new and unique to Amy Kaufman, if that makes any sense. Like in Illuminae, for example, there's a lot of like young adult tropes, but the formatting and storytelling of those books is so unique. And here's the other damning thing. The characters in those books have chemistry. The characters in this book had zero chemistry. I was so bored by them. There's 5 perspectives. First person perspectives, by the way, which I don't know how she got away with that. But 3 of them were not even necessary. I have no idea why 3 of them, like if you totally ripped out all 3 of those point of views and we just had the 2 main characters, the exact same story would be told. Like exactly. I have no idea why they were there. I don't know if it's just like setting up for the sequel, because I think it's a duology, which I will not be reading the second book unless I hear amazing things about it. Because this was like a 2.5 star for me. But anyway, so you could have just totally ripped those out, which I'm like, why are they here? The bad guy, the villain was a black woman, which I didn't like. Like, why are we doing that? I just didn't like it. It did not feel, characters had no chemistry. The story like wasn't good or creative in any way. I feel like it was just the same book I've read 4,000 times, but with no unique factors. Like, I'm trying to think of a good, like, okay, that book I just showed you, the Legend, I almost said Legend and Lattes. I still need to read that book. But the Morgan Rhodes one, Legends and Liars, that's the sequel. Echoes and Empires is the first one, I think. That book has a ton of young adult tropes. And at first, but I feel like Morgan Rhodes added enough unique elements and the characters had some great dialogue and chemistry that I came away really enjoying that book. But this one, it was just flat. And also the story was weird. Like barely anything happened. Everything plot-wise was very convenient. Like, I can't remember how much of the plot I described, but the main character is this girl who's a sailor, and the other main character is this prince guy. And his country is about to go to war with another country, and he's trying to, like, get to this island to keep... There's, like, a god for each country, which was weird, and they're, like, antagonists. And he's trying to get to this island to sacrifice something to his country's goddess so that she keeps the other country's god asleep or something. I don't really understand. And like you're supposed to go every 25 years. And he didn't go, like, but it's the 26th year, and like that's the reason they use for like the reason all these problems are happening is because the prince didn't go, like he's late. And it's like this mystery of like, oh, like why didn't he go last year? And literally the reason, this isn't even really a spoiler, like the reason he's like, yeah, I just, like he has this journal from his ancestors, and he's like, yeah, I just didn't want, and like his father's dead, and his father wrote in the journal, and he's like, yeah, I just didn't want to read the rest of the journal because then my father would have truly been gone. I'm like, that's the reason all this is happening, because you didn't want to finish the journal and leave on time, and like that doesn't make any sense. I'm so confused. And like the main character, the sailor girl, like also I'm getting mad. I'm getting more mad as I talk about it. The magic system is stupid. Basically, there's like certain magic users who can like communicate with spirits, which sounds cool on the surface, but it was not cool. It was lame. And like there's just like, again, the same story could have been told without magic. Like the magic didn't feel essential in the world we were living in, which I think was just not the way you need to do a magic system. I felt like it was very, very simple. Listen, I'm used to like my man Brandon Sanderson whipping out like the fucking most intense, complicated magic system, and this was just super simple. And the main character, her name was like Sully or something, which makes me think of Monsters Inc., but that's whatever. And she, like, you're supposed to get magic when you're a kid, but she, like, her magic never manifested, like, because there's, like, 4 elements, avatar style or something. I don't fucking know. Hers never manifested. And then now, like, they are manifesting, and she, like, had magic all along, and there's no, I'm assuming there's some kind of reason that will be explained in book 2, but there's no reason for, like, why it took so long for her. And I was so irritated by that as well. Sorry, I have the weird rash thing for my nose again. It's driving me crazy. That's why I look like I have bad allergies. I don't actually. Oh, my sister's calling me. One moment. She wanted me to preheat the oven, riveting stuff. Anyway, Sully has this magic, and it never manifested, and then she gets magic, and I'm like, what was the fucking point of it? Like, I hate shit like that, where it's like, oh, maybe she doesn't actually have magic. She's had to learn to live without magic, and like, it's a defining trait of her character. And it's like, no, just kidding. She has magic. She has magic. She has magic. It's fine. Like, I just didn't like it. The only character I even kind of liked, which is this scholar character, that whole thing also annoyed me. Because even though I kind of liked him, he's like third wheeling with the two main characters the entire book. And they're like having like Sully and the prince man are having this bland ass romance, and Keegan is just like sitting there the whole time. I was like, what was the point of Keegan? Like, what was the point? I literally, like, he did not matter in the story. And like, it was supposed to be like, oh, like him and the prince are like forming this like friend relation. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. So yeah, 2 stars, maybe 2.5, but I'm rounding down. So yikes. Hopefully I'm going to read Borrow Your Heart. We're going like hiking, I think. Not hiking. We're going on like a walk in the woods basically, so less intense hiking. So that's going to be, and I know we're watching a movie later tonight, so that's going to be most of the rest of my day, but I should have time. I'm hoping to still have time to read. I don't know if I have time to write. I think I might save that for tomorrow. I did read some of my beta read though, so I was pretty happy with myself. I did that some last night and this morning. I think I read like 3 or 4 chapters. So yeah. Anyway, I'll check in when I have an update for something. Or maybe when we're on the walk. I don't know. Bye! Hello. Join me on the floor. Haven't brushed my hair in a while. And we're just gonna hang out on the floor. Oh, Beast is over there. Haven't updated in a while. It's like Sunday evening. Oops. It's okay though. We're gonna carry this into tomorrow because tomorrow's technically a holiday, even though I kind of have to work part of the day. So annoying. But let's see. What have I done since we last spoke? Yesterday, my family went on a walk. Very long walk. It was kind of like a hike walk. Like, it wasn't super strenuous, but it was a long walk. Saw some great views though. Then we had dinner, and then we were gonna watch a movie, but my dad instantly fell asleep when we got home, and the whole point was for Father's Day. So my mom and I ended up making a mini puzzle of Bob Ross. And then I read and went to bed. And then today, let's see, I woke up. I listened to some of my other audiobook. I'm listening to Oathbringer right now, which I wasn't even going to mention for this vlog because I wasn't going to finish it. I'm kind of listening to it as a side audiobook, and then I have another main one, and I finished my main one for the week, so I was listening to some of that. I listened to a few chapters, and then I've made significant progress on my beta read this weekend, which makes me feel pretty good. Productive on that. I think I've read like 50 to 60 pages of that this weekend. I'm aiming to read some more today and tomorrow. I have worked on that short story a little bit that I said I was going to work on. I will probably work on that more later too. And then, so my sister and I went out to lunch with my grandma. We saw her dog. We got ice cream. I'm stuffed full of ice cream. Technically it was gelato, but you know. And then we went to Barnes & Noble because my sister wanted some sapphic books to read at our beach trip. And so I bought her one to have, and she bought some for herself, and I also bought this book, which I shouldn't have bought because it was like $30 full price, and usually I wouldn't go for like a full price. It's called The Will of the Many by James Islington. I actually have a book by him called like The Shadow of the Lost or something that I haven't read either, but this is a new series, and it's like, it was kind of giving me dark, like fantasy academia vibes, so I don't know, it sounded really good, and I want to read it, so I bought it. I might bring this to the beach as well. Maybe I'll do like a beach TBR. I feel like that might be fun. But I'll do that this upcoming week if I do that. But the other update I have is last night I finished I keep wanting to say Borrow Your Heart. It's Borrow My Heart by Casey West. This was really short, so it wasn't very hard to finish. I love this. I give this 5 stars. Sorry, my back is hurting, so I'm just gonna go flat on the floor. I gave this 5 stars. I thought it was great. I was really happy because I've read all of Casey's books, and most of them are 4 or 5 stars. But the one last year that she put out was like a 4-star, and it was kind of disappointing because all of her recent ones I've given 5 stars. And so that one was kind of just like a flop for me. I mean, it was still good. It was still 4 stars, but like I was expecting a 5-star. You know what I mean? So this came through. I think the only real criticism I have for it is that I wish it was longer because like this was super short. I think it's 270 pages. Like this is a Brandon Sanderson novella. But still so cute. I loved the dialogue between these two. I liked our main character, Ren, is kind of a negative person and a little mean-spirited. Like, and everybody tells her she's mean, and she's not actually mean, but she is a little mean-spirited. But I really liked that because I felt like it was pretty refreshing for like a YA protagonist, because I feel like usually YA protagonists are very like bubbly, I guess. So that was very refreshing. I like that a lot. I just feel like Casey West just nails characters so well, and her plots are all very, you know, like stereotypical. You kind of know what's going to happen, but I think her characters and their interactions just are really what put her above a lot of other YA contemporaries I've read in my life. So yeah, I love this. I give it 5 stars. Yeah, so that's 2 books down. So I just threw that across the room. Whoops. That's 2 books down for the weekend. That's exciting. I might try and finish one more. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm still like a quarter of the way through that Shakespeare one I was showing y'all, and the Death and Deathless, which I'm not vibing with. I'm like a quarter of the way through that one as well. So yeah, I'm not really vibing with either of those, but I might try and like binge Deathless because it goes back to the library in like 5 days. So maybe I'll try and work on that. I'm really tempted just to start this, but I probably shouldn't do that. Maybe I'll read the first couple chapters and let y'all know what I think. But yeah, so I think next up, I really need to write. I need to keep working on that short story and my actual book. So I might try to do that some tonight or tomorrow or read some more. I think that's I feel like I've been pretty productive, which was kind of the point of this vlog, to keep me accountable to be productive. And I feel like I've been doing pretty well. 2 books, beta reading, short story, eating, and yeah, feeling pretty good. But for the rest of the evening, I think I'm going to church with my mom and sister, and then I think we might be watching a movie tonight since my dad fell asleep last night. I guess we'll see what happens, but then I don't really have any other plans. I might not stay up super late tonight because I might not sleep in tomorrow. Might have to work some today too. I just need to figure out what I'm doing. But yeah, so I should have an update tonight, maybe before I go to bed, with, I guess, just telling y'all what I did for the evening, or maybe I'll just check in tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have less free time than I wanted. I have kind of the morning to myself, and then I have a work meeting, and then I'm doing some work for my parents in the afternoon. And then I'm doing something with a friend later. So tomorrow might not be super productive, but I still want to extend the vlog to then, and we'll wrap up everything. We'll have tomorrow as well. Maybe tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening and stuff. We'll see. Anyway, that is all. I'm happy I finished this book. I need to sit up. My back hurts. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, so that's my update. I will check in later. Peace. Hello, everyone. It's almost 1 a.m. I was kind of productive this evening. I wrote some, though I didn't finish any chapters. I worked a little bit on the short story. And I think that's it. Oh, I did a little bit of work. And my mom and I did the other Bob Ross puzzle. So we've really been thriving out here. But I am going to read now until I get sleepy. I can sleep in tomorrow, though. So I'll probably, might set an alarm for like 9. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. Alrighty, peace. I'll check in tomorrow. Hello, everyone. The weekend got chaotic, or Monday, I guess, got chaotic, and I didn't end up doing anything else. So we're just gonna wrap up the weekend blog right now. I'm still pretty pleased with myself. I did write some on Sunday night, so that was good. I still didn't end up finishing any chapters, but it's okay. Any, forward progress is progress. But I did finish 2 books this weekend. Sorry, I'm itching my hand. I finished 2 books this weekend, which was great. I finished Borrow My Heart by Casey West and the Amy Coffin book. So we had a 2-star and a 5-star. So we were on both ends of the spectrum. And I did read the beta read, and I wrote some. So, it was productive, and I'm happy with my productiveness. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will do another vlog in the future. Okay, bye.